Oh boy. Welcome back, I'm Toad, and this is Barber News. We have a lot to cover, and it's genuinely a bad time for barbers. Especially barbers who want to voice their opinions or simply just suggest or ask about products. This is no longer allowed, it seems. Once a free place to laugh and have fun and discuss anything barber-related has now turned into a stay-in-line or be-removed program. You see, when people, or in this case companies, are making money, they get all happy and friendly, and try act calm and collective because they are the chosen ones and couldn't possibly get upset, as they just have so much going on with business. But when things take a turn and they end up not making a profit, and business is nearly bankrupt, they start to change from that calm, relaxed monk they once portrayed themselves as to a raging antichrist. Sadly, this can happen often. But that's how life goes. It's definitely a tough pill to swallow. And when you can't afford to pay your warehouse rent because when times were good you didn't plan ahead. You thought you would be rich forever. Well, this is a big shock to your system. But where am I going with all of this, you say? Well, take a look at this first. That's a 70-year-old man trying to dictate a Facebook group on not to mention TPOB. And why? Because what I believe is his business is now no better than a yard sale at this stage. You see, when people called out his partner for trying to sell online courses to barbers in need, they got angry. And when sales stopped coming in for shaving foam and extended batteries, once people found out these products don't do anything beneficial towards clippers, there simply is no need for that brand anymore. It's very simple. You have a good brand and you keep reinvesting to make your brand even stronger. But they kept the same logo that looks like a kid did it, and never made the products any better. Did they really think barbers would just keep buying this stuff just because they acted nice on Instagram videos? This is how deluded some of these brand owners are. Now that the old man is crazy broke, he is starting to pick fights with hardworking barbers who simply just want to stay excited about their craft and spread the love they have for a certain product, or in this case, a clipper called the TPOB play. I had a lot of people contact me in regards to this incident. We heard he was having problems at home and someone in the family was going through something, but I still don't feel there is any need to try and bully people into not speaking in a barber group. It makes no sense. All I can see there is pure jealousy. I would have thought old people didn't get jealous. I guess I was wrong. Voicing your opinion is one thing, but to try dictate barbers in a barber group is just pure crazy. I hope someone checks up on him. Losing a business can be hard, and especially at that age, it's harder to express your emotions. I hope he has good people around him to support and care for him. But before I speak to a barber about this, stay tuned as my famous code for a huge discount on TPOB USA, as always, will be mentioned. Before we jump back into this hot topic, check out this latest video. These videos always inspire me to cut hair. Hello, caller, what's going on? Welcome to Barber News. Please do not cuss.
What's going on, bro? Thanks for having me on.
I wanted to see what you thought about that old man trying to slander someone's name because of his issues and doing it on a group that was once respected in barbering. Now it's just something nobody can take serious.
Years ago, believe it or not, 45 was actually a big company. But as time went on and technology improved, clippers got better and 45 was left behind in the dust. Chris, to his credit, kept throwing out ideas to try and reinvent things for himself. But let's be real, the old man never really found his groove again. Now, I saw that post you're talking about. It was odd, to say the least. Strange behavior from someone in his position, for sure. Maybe he's just lashing out and trying to take the failures of his brand out on anyone he can. But here's what's really weird. This man isn't even a barber. Barely has a company to speak of anymore, yet he's still out here engaging with young barbers and all kinds of people in those groups. Like, What's the purpose? What's he actually trying to do? And the fact that Chris hasn't even come to his defense, that speaks volumes. You know it's bad when someone doesn't even back their own guy.
I never even thought about that. Yeah, that's crazy. But this is the problem. Now, people get some money and a tiny following with a Facebook group and think they can just say the most outrageous things and get away with it. I mean, look, if you're going to speak about something, just be honest. When has anyone ever achieved anything from lying through their teeth? But it's so out of character for the old-timer, it nearly makes me question his mental state. I heard apart from the business not doing so good, there was problems at home, and I get they can be stressful. But to try take it out on someone he doesn't know is just weird. Would you agree, bro?
Now he's out here talking to anyone, especially people in similar positions as him, probably bonding over their shared losses. You've got the stinky Phil boys in that weird little group they're always chatting in. It's like some kind of trauma bond they all cling to. But Chris isn't dumb. He knows the old man isn't as sharp as he used to be, and he's keeping his distance. Chris has a new reputation to protect and doesn't want the old man dragging it down. Here's how I see it. If someone talks about you, you address it. Call them out for speaking your name. Simple. But most of these guys, they put on the tough act, but when it comes time to deal with the facts, they disappear.
Honestly, I just hope the old man doesn't end up completely ruining what used to be a brand. Not everything lasts forever, and that's okay. He just needs to accept it and focus on taking care of himself. Nothing wrong with bowing out gracefully. The problem is we all know he won't. He's the type to react to anyone who doesn't agree with him. And honestly, I think a lot of barbers are lining up to call him out for this supposed control he still thinks he has. It's like he's just poking the bear at this point. I had someone reach out to me about him. Not just anyone, but someone highly respected in the barber world. This is a guy who stays out of all the drama, never gets involved in the petty barber beef, and just focuses on his craft. But this time, he felt compelled to share. He gave me the full scoop on why the old man's been, let's say, acting out of character. I promised I wouldn't share the details, so I won't. But let's just say, once you hear the backstory, it all starts to click. It's one of those, that explains everything moments.
Honestly, I'm not sad to see the end of 4-5. I never really liked what they represented. It was just some shaving gel and a battery. Nothing groundbreaking, nothing that anyone's gonna look back on and remember. It feels like whenever they were trying to stay relevant without actually offering anything meaningful, and you can only fake it for so long. But man, how cool is the TPOB play clipper? Now that's something to talk about. It's a real beauty, and it seems like everyone's got their hands on one. I keep seeing it everywhere, and the buzz around it feels genuine. People are actually excited about it. That's the kind of energy a brand should bring to the table. It's refreshing to see something that's not just another gimmick, but actually something people can't stop talking about.
There's a reason why TPOB is the fastest growing clipper brand in the world. Look, I'm going to leave my opinion on 45 now. Was I ever going to trust a barber page again? Was I ever going to feel like I could speak about barber topics in a barbering group again? How did things get so weird and so fast? Don't forget to use code TOADLIQUOR on the TPOB USA website for a huge discount. My name is Toad, and this is Barber News. If you liked today's episode, please hit the like and subscribe and catch me next time. Peace.